Hello, come on in. Inhale, exhale 2. We're just taking a few breaths up to start this body moving. And 1. Now, we're going to take a little band, a band that'll let you do bicep curls. So grab a band that'll let you do bicep curls. It'll be a medium, most likely, or heavy. So take your heel in the middle or 2 heels. Now, you're going to make sure that the tails are equal, and then we're going to bend the elbows and exhale. 2, good. 3, 4, that's it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, there you go. 11, 12, 13, and now let's talk about the breathing. 14, you're going to breathe in through the nose. 15, and breathe out the nose. 16, 17, there you go. 18, 19, and 20. Wonderful job. All right, we're going to take that band behind the upper back, and you can grab extra tubing so that it's not dangling. And we're going to push out, and then we're going to push forward. Good, Betty, that's right. We're going to go up into the heels. The heels are going to raise. We're going to raise the heels, and then we're pushing forward, and we're pushing wide. Yep, and pushing forward, and pushing wide, and pushing forward, and wide, and try breathing in your nose, and out. So it's an inhale through the nose. You might check on Julie. She's not in, and she's usually here. You might just see if she has the link. And out, and forward, and out, and forward. Now, when you go up on these heel raises, it's really good for the vessel health, and it's also, you want all the toes to have equal weight. We're going to take 2 more of those sets. So wide, narrow, elbows are lengthening, wide and narrow. Really good. Now take your band behind your head, and the other hand is going to catch your band at your lower back area. The bottom hand is an anchor. Now you're going to push up towards the sky. One arm, so I'll show you from the side, one arm is down, one arm is going up. The bottom arm is just steady or still, static. The top arm is moving. Good. And if you have a little extra bandwidth, add those calf raises here. Calf raises you can do every day. Good. 8, that a girl, and lengthen the elbow. 9, 10, and do 10 more. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. Good. 18, should be feeling like it's burning now. 19, good. 20. Now we're switching hands, so the other hand comes up. There she is. And then your other hand is low. You're going to push up with the arm that's behind your head. Exhale, you're going to lift the heels if you can. That's a bonus calf raise. If that throws you off, just do the arms, the triceps. 6, good. 7, tall spine. 8, good. Lengthen that elbow. 9, 10, good. 11, go all the way tall. 12, there's a little ab tone. 13, near your ribs. 14, so your low back doesn't get any more lordotic or arched. And 16, 17, good. Tall. 18, 19, and 20. Gorgeous. Now let those arms shake out. Let's take your both feet in the middle. Stand on the band in the middle, and it might be a heavy or a medium heavy band. Both ends are equal. Bend the elbows out. Now on this, you are feeling your shoulders and your biceps. It's kind of like you're picking up a pail, a bucket by the handle. Your wrist can be in line with your forearms, so don't feel like you have to force your hands straight down. Your wrist can be in line with the forearm, so no joint should hurt when you're lifting weights. The joint should feel supported. Now we're going to stand tall. Good. Let the elbows lead the way out. Good. The elbows are going to be higher than the wrist. Out. All right, exhale. Now you're going to stand tall. We'll do 6 more. 5. Good. And let the arms control the way down. 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Grab a sip. We'll meet back here. Grab a sip. So we try to drink about 8 to 12 ounces per class. And then we're going to take a band behind our upper back. And I'm going to give you a breaststroke exercise. So you're going to go around. Now, the backup plan here, so you're going around, is to add calf raises. But if you would like, and I would like to, even if you do a modified, you can do a squat. Just in case I decide to go for a walk, she'll wait here. And then around. Hello, little girl. All right, exhale. So we're doing a squat, heel heavy, but if you've got something going on with your lower body that doesn't handle that, you can do calf raises. You can also modify by going less low, not so low. Now we're going to change the arm, so I want you to watch. You're going to go around this way, narrow, wide, 2, and breathe in and out through your nose. You may feel your heart rate go up because we are using big muscle groups. Good. Quad strength is related to longevity. So we want to keep those legs strong. Good. And 3. And 2. You're doing great. And 1. Wonderful job. All right, we're going to go down to the floor with your heavy band. One way you could do this without using your hands is to lower, put your foot on the ground, and lower. So you'd like to be able to get on and off the floor without using your hands. If you have to use your hands, just count how many times you have to touch, and then we'll reduce that over time as we get better. Cross the heavy band, so the heaviest band you have, put it around your feet, and then pull. If it's still not strong enough, you can take 2 bands around and use 2 bands. So the back muscles is what we're, bend your elbows past your ribs. Yeah, and bend. Good. Now you're tall in your spine and you're pulling both elbows at the same time. You want to feel like your arms, as soon as you start pulling, you have tension. If not, walk your hands more forward and then try again, because you want to feel like your back is getting stimulated. This is a really important muscle to keep strong. Exhale. Exhale. Good. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Rowing muscles. You will feel the rear shoulder and you will feel your bicep. And try 6 more, 5 more, 4 more, 3, 2, and then 1. Grab a sip, and then we'll do a little row with one arm. Hi, girl. Good girl. And so you take your heaviest band, wrap it around, cross it like an X. Walk your hands forward so they're pretty close to your feet when you start, and then sit up and bend one elbow and rotate. Bend one elbow and rotate. This rotational flexibility is really important to keep the upright back posture so that we don't get rounded forward. Every time you walk, your upper back rotates a little, and if it can't do that, it compensates by getting more rounded. So this rotation is really important to keep our body upright. Now keep your elbow close to your ribs as you rotate. So you'll feel your forearm brush against your rib cage, and you're turning. 8 more, 7, 6, good. 5, 4, Yeah, lengthen your elbow between each one. And if it gets slack, then you want to grab more weight, more band. Yeah, and then relax there. Really good. Now I'm going to change up the band to a little bit lighter or medium. So maybe a green or a red. You're going to cross the band like an X. Put your elbow very close to your rib cage. And then I'm going to turn to you so you can see me a little bit better straight on. Open up your forearms. This is external rotation. Notice your neck isn't tense at all. Good. 5. There you go. 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. 11. It's like you're opening a door. 12. Atta girl. 13. 14. 15. Try 5 more. 16. 17. 18. You're doing great. 19. 20. Uncross the band. Now they're parallel. Take your hands beside your thighs. Sit up tall and push. So get out of. Exhale. So it's like you're an upside down V in your arms. You're tall, but you're going to push. All right. Exhale. Get as tall as you can. And if you have trouble sitting on the floor, you feel like you're rounding, you can always grab a pillow or a yoga block to get your hips up higher than your legs. That'll help. All right. 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Really good job. Let that go. Now I'm going to have a stand up without using your hands. So one trick is to put your right foot in forward, left foot back, and then come up. If you need to touch, do, but eventually we're just getting better and better at that. Grab a sip. We're going to take a couple of hand weights. And we're going to do probably 5 to 8. So we're going to do a combo move because it's so good for the brain. Bend the elbows here and then push overhead. Now bring the elbows or the hands back to your shoulders and then lower, but you're going to make sure the elbows don't swing backwards. So you notice I'm going slow at first. I just want it to make sense. Good. So we bend and then we push. Good. Inhale and exhale. You got it. Bend and up. Nice. And then this kind of coordination or pattern while exercising gets more blood flow to the brain, so it helps prevent neural loss, cognitive decline. Good. Now when your arms are overhead, you want to feel like your abs are helping you maintain the lower back so the curve doesn't get any more extended because you have your abs on. You're doing great. Good. Very good. All right, try 4 more. Good. I love the way you're not letting your elbows swing backwards. And you're going to try 3 more. Good. You didn't do 2 more. Breathing in through your nose and breathing out through your nose. 1 more. Good. Strong. Bend. Lower. Now lower those down for just a moment. And I want to give us a stretch plus a balance pose. The balance pose is tree and the stretch is interlaced fingers. If you cannot get your foot up to your inner thigh, just pick up your foot and put it on the other one or put it on your calf. Tall. Now lower. Take the other foot. Either here is a balance, here's a balance, and here's a harder balance. Interlace. So we're doing a balance. This is so important to prevent falls. Inhale. And then let that go. Really good. Now we want a hand weight that lets you go like this. Shoulders. So probably somewhere between 3 and 6 pounds. And go out like at the letter T. Now you're going to about shoulder height and then you're returning. You're going to about shoulder height and then you're returning. Out. Good. Out. Now you can see your hands in your peripheral vision. In other words, the arms aren't drifting behind you. And you want to notice that your arm muscles, your deltoids, are lowering you down. You're not just flopping the arms back down to your thighs. Good. Notice there's no neck tension. Good. Strong shoulders. Everyone looks good. And I don't see it, but just make sure your knees are long and not hyperextended. So if you tend to hyperextend your knees, you've got a little softness like a marshmallow's in there. That a girl. All right. Try 6 more. You should feel your deltoids. 5. We're slowing it down on the way down. 3. Good. Take 2 more. 2. Good. And then 1 more. Fabulous job. Let that down. You're doing great. And we're going to take a cow face pose. So it looks like this. 1 hand here, 1 hand here. If you cannot touch, you can use the band. But look how you're putting 1 arm back. Now, this is dynamic balance. Lift up your foot and try 3 circles. Your goal is to try to keep that foot off the ground the whole time. Do 3 the other way. Good. We want to have dynamic and static balance. All right, lower that foot. Switch your hands. Hold on to the fingers if you can catch them. Stand tall. Once you feel steady, 3 circles. Try not to touch the floor. Dynamic balance. This helps prevent falls. Good. See how it strengthens around the ankles and the knees? Good job. Take a breath. Grab a sip. Meet me back here for some front raises. We're going to do arms to the front. Probably somewhere between 3 and 6. Go forward. Or 3 and 7. Good. 2. Good. Neck is soft. Good. 5. You want to feel those strong shoulders. 6. Can you feel your abdominals helping to stabilize your torso so your torso doesn't feel like it's going all over the place? Good. 9. 10. Now keep going. I just want to offer a modification. If you ever feel like, oh, it's a little hard, you could either grab a lighter weight or you can do 1 at a time like this as a modification. So I'm just showing it so you always have ways to creatively work towards your progress. Yeah, you've always got ways to work towards your progress. Creative solutions. Good. I like it. All right, try 5 more. Feel how your abs help keep you stable, especially when you're doing the 1 arm. You don't feel like you're shifting right or left. 3. Good. 2. And 1. I love it. Let that go. And this is called knocking on the door of life. You're just going to sway right, left, right, and left. This is a great release of tension, kind of like a dog on the living room floor. Just let it go. And then we're going to take a tricep press. Now a tricep press could be 2 light weights like 2 4s, or it could be 1 heavier weight like a 10. So those are just examples. So you could take 2 weights. Generally you can touch them together, but if you have any old shoulder injuries and that causes pain, then you may separate the hand weights. So you could take 2 hand weights behind you, like you're shaving the back of your head, or you could take 1 hand weight behind you that's heavier. Now, when your arms are overhead here or in life, there is a tendency for the low back to get sway. So you want to use your abs to pull the ribs down. And exhale. Hi. Hi, little girl. Good morning. Hi. Hi, sweet girl. Good. And 8, you see how dogs always stretch when they get up from a nap or bed? That's what we can do as well. All right, 2 more. Now you're going to carefully lower those down. Nice job. And add on some heel raises with me. And I want you to lift up your toes and then lift up your heels. So you're doing shin raises. If you've ever seen anyone shuffling, this is generally an area that they need to get stronger. So we're doing this here. So we prevent shuffling or tripping over. carpet or tripping over a curb. You want those shin muscles strong. So lift up your toes. And notice I'm doing it from the ankle. I'm not doing it from the hips. I'm doing it from the ankle. Good. Now keep doing that, or your backup plan would be to pick up some suitcases off the floor, and that extra body weight helps you get quads that are strong. When you sit down, you don't want to plop into the chair. You want to use your muscles on the way up and the way down. Good. This functional fitness, to get out of a chair without hands. 2, and then 1. All right, let that go. You're doing great. Grab a sit. We're going to get down to the floor without using our hands. If you want a different way to get down, you can cross your ankles. And notice how I'm decelerating without using my hands. Grab a sit. We're going to do chest press. Heavier weight. I'd say at minimum 5 to 10, somewhere in there. You're going to be lying back. And then if it's new to you, just start light because you want to build the neural pattern. Good, Shereen, that was good. I saw you go down really well. Now your feet are on the floor. You're going to push up your weights and then bend and push up your weights. The feet are on the floor because it helps your ribs stay connected, and that'll help the low back from accidentally wanting to arch, which sometimes it does, but we're in control. We're keeping the ribs down. And up, and inhale, and up. So you can see it's kind of like a push-up. It's a chest press. And we're going to do 10 more. 9, inhale, and exhale. Let your abdominals help you on the exhale. Good. So try 5 more. Lengthen your elbow all the way. Lengthen your elbows. That's it. Did you feel that was better? 3. Good. 2. Now I'm going to let those hand weights go by the side. Take a full body stretch. Take a full body stretch. Now we're going to open the arms up with the feet back on the floor and take the arms kind of like you're hugging a tree and open and exhale. So sort of like you're hugging a tree or you're a butterfly, opening the wings and closing them. Good. Open, good. Make sure nothing hurts the joints. When we are lifting weights, we don't want anything to feel like it's pain in the joint. You can feel like your muscles warm or your muscles working and you're breathing. You're not holding your breath. You're not clenching your jaw or clenching your neck. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, we're going to get those weights out of the way for a minute. Take a full body stretch. Breathe through your finger, breathe through your full body. Inhale. And then exhale. See if you can come up with your abdominals. And if not, use your hands. Good. I want to give us push-ups. Now, on the push-ups, you can do them standing on the wall. You can do, I'll show you. You can get up without your hands. You can do them standing on the wall. You can do them in a hands and knees position. You can do them on your knees or on your toes. So shoot for 10 push-ups. Here we go. On the wall if you need to. 2. You feel your abs helping you. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you can take a child's pose. Press your hips back. Good. We're going to do a plank exercise because it's really good for your core. Forearm is the modification. You can go to your knees or you can lift up your toes. All right, hold those belly muscles towards your spine. Hold 10. Feel like your head is in line with your shoulders and not drooping to the floor. We're also working on preventing forward head syndrome. 5 more. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. And then 1. Let your pelvis down. Now, take your hands low beside your hips and lift up your back. Lift up your toes. Lift up your arms. Now, this is a back strengthener. This helps prevent forward rounded back. When you inhale, you want to feel like your torso goes up a little bit. Keep working, keep strengthening. We want strong bones. We want a strong back. It's critical to work this back posterior chain in order to prevent getting rounded. Breathe in. Now we're going to put our hands on the floor, either Sphinx, this is Sphinx, or push yourself up higher, Swan. This is a stretch and a strength to help that posture. So even when we do Pilates, when we do yoga, when we do weight training, I'm going to add the core, balance, and posture, at least a sprinkle, because we need it so much. So hold here, breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and a child's pose. Push yourself back. If you want to stretch your feet out too, pull your toes under. Nice. Have a seat. Put your legs out in front. Go up and around. Go up and around. This is called the rack posture. Lift your heart. Again, a way to set your tone, your posture, your breath, your energy for the rest of the day. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then have a seat any way you want. I'm going to do crisscross. Take an arm over. These last stretches are critical for preventing rounded shoulders and preventing a rounded upper back. Act like you're at a taffy pull. Someone's pulling your arm like taffy. Inhale and then go to the other side. This helps prevent rounded shoulders. This helps keep the spine upright. Your spine wants to be moved this way every day. Get ready. Now you're going to sit up tall. We're going to take a big breath in and invite all of that radiant health and wellness into your body. Giving that body and mind appreciation for being here today. Notice how you feel. Today I intend to be a beacon of wellness and peace throughout the day. Anyone that I encounter in my field will feel my love and adoration, my peace and my wellness with so much appreciation. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful day. When I say goodbye, she thinks it's walk time and she comes in. Isn't that funny? They're like, I hear you say goodbye. I'm going to come.